Got Mark in Hazel Park, Michigan. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Pretty well.
Fine, thank you.
Hello. I am an atheist, and I have a debate with I have debates with a fundamentalist Christian friend of mine. We didn't become friends because of religion, fortunately. And he basically likes to bring up this thing that I don't know how to respond to this. He keeps bringing up that atheism is a religion, but Christianity isn't, because Christianity is a relationship. It's a relationship with Jesus Christ, so it's not a religion. But atheism is a religion because of the idea that it's a worldview and all these other things that he brings up. How do you...
Sure. Several responses.
Yeah,
the first thing that pops in my head is, what difference does it make? Right now you're arguing over labels as to what counts as a religion and what doesn't, and I really don't care, because my concern is whether or not it's true. Number two, atheism isn't a worldview. It doesn't make any pronouncements, doesn't have any dogma or tenets, doesn't tell you anything about anything other than you have a position that the God claim has not met its burden of proof. But the big thing about Christianity being a relationship, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I can demonstrate it to other people. Christianity is like the relationship where you've got a girlfriend who goes to another school and nobody knows her. And I find that to just be silly.
Yeah, who was that football player with the fake girlfriend who had what was the guy? Yeah, Manny Teo. Yeah, who had he was sort of duped into this.
The thing was, though, he actually had a relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
So it may, at least that's stronger than Christianity, because he had a relationship with somebody who was pretending to be somebody else.
Yeah. So even Manny Teo has got one up on
not only do
Christianity.
they do this relationship thing, but Bill O'Reilly tried to say it wasn't a religion but a philosophy.
You can always shut those people up. Mark, whenever they say that, simply by saying, oh, Christianity's not a religion, well, then I'm sure you won't mind if we start taxing the churches today.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, and that usually they'll backpedal really quickly on that one.
This
and
idea...
When I actually did bring up, and really quickly, when I did bring up taxing the churches, all he could bring up was what his church has done for him. He couldn't give me examples of what he did for, in general, people. He gave a couple examples of things that only apply to him personally, like they help me with this and they help me with that. And my examples were Scientology. Hey, do you think Scientology should be tax-free? Well, and I was trying to make it neutral, and I think he did everything but make it neutral.
Mm-hmm.
So on the tax-free front, I think religions should not get an automatic tax exemption. None of them. We should tax the hell out of them. But I'm fine with religious organizations having daughter organizations that actually are tax-free, because there are a lot of religious groups who do great work for the communities in feeding the poor and supplying money and resources to hospitals and universities. And the thing is, all I'm saying is those efforts need to be kept separate. Those secular efforts that are about helping and improving the secular world and the secular community are things that may be deserving of a tax relief, and therefore they should have to file and make a demonstration that they're actually doing something in public good, and open their books. And the religious aspects should not be tax-free at all, and that way they can keep their books closed. But right now, they get the tax exemption, and they don't have to open their books to anybody. They don't have to, demonstrate that they're doing anything in the public good, and they've got other tax problems like the parsonage exemption, which actually is being fought.
Because you had organizations like Trinity Broadcasting using that to buy, multiple mansions, and
I think I remember seeing a ruling about that recently.
Yeah.
That's was it kind of shot down the parsonage exemption, but it's being challenged. I don't know.
Yeah.
But tax them. Let them file for and demonstrate a worthiness to be tax free, and keep their secular efforts that are allowed to have a tax exempt status separate from the religious ones, because they shouldn't be able to take in $1 million from people who are sitting in the pews and use all that to broadcast their television show, which is all about preaching to try to get more people to give them more money.
Yeah, and to be fair, there are actually Christian watchdog organizations who are keeping an eye on some of these prosperity gospel kind of guys who are just raking in the dough and living in the life of Riley and having private jet planes and everything like that. They're really keeping an eye on the Crouches and the Rod Parsleys of the world, and sometimes reporting these guys to the IRS, and so it's known to be a real problem there. But anyway, that's kind of a digression from the main question.
Yeah.
Though, but
Yeah.
still fun to
But
talk
you
about.
guys, you guys have a great day.
Thank you.
I love your show. I watch it. And as I said last time, this was the last thing I say, is I was an atheist before I watched your show, but I was not a skeptic.
Awesome.
Now I
Oh,
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
all right then.
bye.
Thank you.